Good arvo, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Lights Out League Racing, Season 28, Race 1 at Melbourne. And hello to all my cobbers. What an absolute shit show trying to set up that stream was. And everyone has got underway with qualifying. We're a little bit later than we normally are. And we've got a full grid. It's absolutely lovely. And what we'll do is we'll catch everybody setting their first qualifying times as Thelemy just jumps onto provisional pole with a 15.8. Let's see if I can jump on and get everybody in one. And find who's doing times and who isn't. I've been thrown in the deep end. I'm wet. I'm soaking. And not just from being sweaty. Zombie, it's a 1:17.4. We've got a Mercedes coming next. It's got to be Mr. Keyser. As everybody is dropping in times. Well, to be fair, I'm not going to keep up with this while everyone's just throwing in time. So what we'll do is we'll jump on with somebody that's on an out lap. Or just started a lap. Let's have a look. Who's coming round? Who's coming round? We'll jump on and just go get a few times and we'll do a hot lap on the second run. That sounds fair. I'm rolling the tiz. It's new season bugs and glitches. It's the Millennium Bug. As Picnic goes up provisional P3 of the 16.7. Telling me getting an early fast run in the 15s. I think there'll be one or two that will be challenging for that runner's Benja in the second Sauber. P11 for now with a 17.4. What can Jax Daniels do? He had a good run out in practice, goes provisional P3 with a 16.5. So I'm predicting potentially pole will be mid-15s, or has Thelemy eclipsed the times? We'll keep an eye on Mr. Terry Reds for his first flying run. P9, 17.2. Okay, so we'll keep an eye on Mr. Sygate. Whew, it's been a kind of a bit of a long break in between seasons with the new game coming out. We've had a couple of pre-season social races for drivers to get used to the new game mechanics and blow off the cobwebs for those that haven't been driving for a while. This is a lot better game than last year's, and for me personally, I think a lot of Grave. Elite Dave has joined now. Unfortunately, he's missed the session. He'll have to sit in and watch. Sorry, Dave. You're 10 minutes late, mate. Sygate comes around the final corner to set his first flying lap. And crosses the line and goes P17. So Big Racky then will be doing a hot lap as he runs down to turn 1, which is a sharp right hand, at least straight into turn 2. Sweeping left hander, we open up the DRS where we head down to turn 3, which is a tight right hander where overtaking is very common. And you want to ride the inside curve, not go too wide as it compromises turn 4. You can ride that in third gear, flat out round the right hander of turn 5, which is easier to invalidate on the exit. Let off the throttle slightly on turn 6, ride the inside curve as much of turn 7 curve as possible without invalidating. Flat out round, if you can call it, a turn 8. DRS will be open again. We'll see some overtaking before we get to the fast flying chicane of turns 9 and 10. It's difficult to keep it on track coming out of turn 10. Push into the limits. Avoid going too wide on the curb. You're in the sand to as we go down to turn 12. Not turn 12, 11. 90 degrees right hander. Avoid the curb on the exit. Here we are to turn 12. Going around 5th gear. Don't want to let off too much off the throttle. To the left hander of Ascari. Compromise this corner to maximise the exit of turn 14. The sharp right hander. Open up the throttle, open up the DRS, a long run down to the line. Big Racky's one of the favourites for pole. Goes P10 for now with a 17.2. So as Jax Daniels gets in, no it's not, it's Friar Tuck in the Williams. Gets himself up to P5. It's been a while since we've had 20 on the grid. As well keep an eye on bench warmer in the Haas. As he's coming around turn 10. There's plenty of cars on track to distract you as you're going round. Drivers have to get out of the way. If you compromise someone's lap, it's an instant quali ban for the next race. Round Ascari, nice and smooth for bench warmer. And opens up the DRS. Got a little bit of a slipstream from the car ahead. For his first flying run, P7, 17 flat. And I think it's going to be a tight midfield. You can see about half a second between Benedict in P6 and Benjamin P16. Woo-hoo-hoo. Well, let's go through the order of drivers then. So we'll start with the Mercedes. So we were just on Big Racky for a hot lap. He's been putting a bit of practice in this season and has found this game a lot more forgiving than the previous one. And is eyeing for that pole, even potentially a podium position. But there's going to be competition, and one of the competitions will be from his teammate Kieser, as Capstock gets himself up to P4 now. Kieser very consistent, shows up every week, and very consistent. He's driving, rarely makes mistakes, and currently running P11 with a 17.2. Next up, we've got the Ferrari lads. Both part of the moderating team. Terry Red's currently P12 as Picnic gets himself back up to P3. Terry Red's currently in P12 as Brutus as well gets himself up to P16. Again, been putting in the laps, and I think he's normally missed a Saturday. Can he do well in qualifying and keep it consistent through the race? And his teammate is Matman back onto the grid. As Katz gets himself up to P8, I think that was. As we say, it gets up to P11. Meow, meow, motherfuckers. Hi, Danny, how you doing? Joined us last week. Watching Matman, and just watched Matman go up to provisional P11. And he's just blown off the cobwebs, aiming for a potential top 10. As his teammate just bumped back up to P9. Next up, we've got the Haas, which we watched bench warmer. Full-time seat this season. It'll be interesting to see how he gets on. Was in and out last season as a reserve. And his teammate for today is Zombie, who is a reserve driver. It'll be interesting to see how he gets on. Had a bit of quick practice runs just before we came on here. And he's filling in for Lennon. He's unfortunately missing this week. We move on to the McLaren. So reserving for Dan Morris is Brutus Beer, legend of Light Salary Racing, and well, I hope you do watch it. It's I'm sure, I've been told it's a good watch. Previous league winners, winner of Div 2, and find himself on the game again, and he's joining Jack Daniels, who's currently P3. I wish him Matman the best too. I'm sure he's glad he's got the support. So Jack Daniels aiming for pole. There's a couple of drivers that are a bit quicker than him last season who are not here with us this season, and he'll be eyeing for a regular podium position and eyeing for that maiden race win. Speaking of race wins, we'll go on to Red Bull. And Katamise has one to his name. In previous seasons, let's see what this little bitch can do. Currently in the Red Bull seat. I don't think he's a fan, but I'm sure he can wring everything out of it. And there'll be a challenge for drivers this season. Currently P15, and his teammate Josh, currently P19, reserving for Barcelona, who of all of a sudden has gone on holiday. I think everyone is watching Thellamy's time and exclamating at it. They're like, oh, crikey! He's a right, Sheila! I'm going to try and absolutely not annihilate the Australian accent, but I'm going to be doing it for the whole race where possible. So in the Alpines, the French duo in the French car, we've got Thelemy currently on provisional pole with a 15.8, who started out, was it last season or season before? I think it was last season. Started off full time and got a couple of podiums, race win, and then got busy. His big Racky was P3, so showing his time now. And in the second Alpine, Brady currently P12. We've got a few strong teams this season, and Alpine is one of them. And another one is the Aston Martins to Sygate. Great lad, shows up pretty much every week as well. Every league wants a driver like Sygate. No fuss, no frills. And enjoys just racing. And his teammate is Caps Lock, currently P6. He's got some pace in him, and I'm sure he's hiding some. Everyone is in the pits waiting to come out last minute. It's going to get tasty. It's going to get tasty. And speaking of tasty, we've got the Williams driver, so we've got Benedict, who's new this season, currently P8. He's shaking like a shitting dog. He's nervous. Where is Big Racky's 15.8? Yates is asking. And joining him is Fry Tuck for him for Elite Dave. Unfortunately missed out on the deadline and joining. Didn't hear anything from him until too late. In the RBs, got a dastardly duo of cats. Meow, meow, motherfucker. Be interested to see how he does. He tends to perform better than you expect, and no disrespect to him. And he's alongside Amadi, who's going to be pace all over and won a championship. He's current double championship holder. And can he make it 3 in a row? He's not going to be easy for him. And then finally, we've got Picnic, who's going to be one of those challenges. It'll be interesting to see how he performs on a consistent basis throughout the season. And joined by Benja, who's new to the league, reserving for us and reserving for door LOLR, that is. And what we shall do then is jump on and check out these final hot laps. So the first one will be Cats then. They're all going to be flying in, and I'll try and catch up as much as possible, as Cats is half a second up, which will take him into the 16.8s as he's flying round Sector 2. Now 7.5 tenths up. He's absolutely flying. He's saved it all for this lap. I'll get him up to round P6 now. If he can find an extra time in this final sector, he's going to be up near the top, I'm telling you. Low 16s. Round turn 12, keeps it within the white lines. Nice and smooth, round 13, don't push too hard. Keep the back end nice and smooth, which he does. Foot's down. Katamis goes 15 up to 7 with a 16.7, so lost a little bit of time in that final sector. As Benedict on his final flying run potentially goes up to P4. Wow from the Williams. Wow, wow, wee, wah. Brutus, I think, is next. No, he's not improved on P17. So we'll keep an eye on Terry's red then. He's just over a 10th up, which can get him up to potentially P9. Woo! Korstruth! This is exciting. And will invalidate. Pushing hard, Terry's. And he's pushed too hard. Is Brutus on a hot lap? He is on a hot lap, so over 2.5 tenths up, which will get him up to P15. And all these times are going to be flying in. I'm going to struggle to keep up. I'm going to warn you guys. It's been a while since I've done a 20 gridder. And I'm not talking about a big, massive woman. So big your arms don't touch the sides. He comes around the final corner. Again, nice and smooth. You've got to avoid going too close to the wall. You can't maximise it like you do as P14, like you do with Canada, and that's the highest he will finish. Now let's see what I can do here. As Friatuck is done, tries to stay out of the way. Benja's P12, Mapman 13. As Armadee will stay P2, then Picnic P3. Can anyone eclipse Delamy's time? Zombie up to P7 in the Haas. His teammate, where can he go? Currently P15, stay P15 unless, or the highest he will finish at start. I can't get my words out. Kieski's at 18th. Josh will start P19th. We've got Capsock who's 8th. Cygate, who's going to cross the line, will start P20. Oh, they're all flying in. They're all flying in. And Thelemy explodes his lap as well. 1:15.7. What can he's invalidated? He's not going to improve. Katamis, I think, is done as well. So that's qualifying. Oh, yeah, I couldn't keep up with that. I'm sorry. I haven't done one of these for a while. And Thelemy takes first pole of the season. A good 4/10 ahead of Armadee. And shows some early pace. Storming from Thelemy. But it's a tight grid. So 7/10 between P3 and P14. Well, even down to P18. There's a little bit of gap between Josh and Cygate. But 8/10 between P3 and P18. Woo! So Thelemy takes pole with a 15.7. Armadee will join him on the front row. P3 for Picnic and Raki. P4. Benedict will jump on the third row with Jax Daniels. Zombie P7 on his debut. Brilliant start for him. Hapsock alongside. Katamis P9 and Freitag rounding off the top 10. Brady P11. Cats 12. Terry's and Benja on row 7. Mapman behind his teammate with Benchwarmer P16. Brutus 17th. Giza P18. He expected P20, so I'm sure he'll be slightly happy with that. Josh P19 and Cygate will be trying to avoid any potential carnage at the front. I do hope there isn't. So now's the time. We'll just give it a couple of minutes. Oh, and this might have rain. Australia is known for rain and temperamental weather conditions. Normally this is held in Australia's summer, but anything like Britain, you get rain in the summer. Drivers will be sorting out their strategies, and they probably showed one or two's setups for qualifying and why they didn't go as quick as expected. But we start with rain. And whoever's watching in the chat, depict who's going to be on podium, who's going to take the race win. Ben just saying, bruv. I don't think he expected the rain. And I think we're going to have a tetchy early start to the race. First race here was held in 1996, just 4 months after the Adelaide Grand Prix, where it used to be held, now at Albert Park, of course. I know, I feel, but I can't wait to watch it. It's going to throw a lot of spanners in the works. And someone's pressed ready up too early. Someone's going to get a verbal smack afterwards. And I think everyone's going to be starting on Inter, so let's just have a quick look at everyone's strategy. Everyone does start on the Inters. We'll find out after Terry's and we'll smack them up. So it's a 5.3 kilometre clockwise circuit, Albert Park, with 14 corners, 9 to the right and 5 to the left. Has the 4 DRS straights with the two activation points, which won't be activated at the start of the race. Hopefully it turns dry. That'll be... It'll be interesting to see how that happens. There's a 50% chance of a safety car. I'm going to say there's a potential 100% chance with it being first race of the season. Hopefully everyone's going to be quite cautious into turn 1. Tyre wear is going to play a big part, and track limits. You won't want to pit too many times. It's a 19-second pit stop. And... like I say, I think potentially a safety car is going to come out. Someone's going to spin, or there's going to be someone losing a wing or something. So Thelemy leads us round as he comes round turn 10. Armady will join him on the front row with Picnic P3 and Big Racky P4. Big things expected from these front four. Benedict P5 and Jack Daniels will try and look racy off the line. Zombie just behind him P7. Capstock will start P8 and he will be looking racy alongside Catamise and Friar Tuck. Briddy will start P11, the second Alpine with Cats P12. Got himself on the podium last week in the pre-season race. Red's P13, Benja 14, just drifting round, trying to keep his car on the track. Mapman P15, Benchwarmer 16th. Brutus P17 on row 9 with Keezer. And then we've got Josh and Cygate who'll be watching from the back. Hopefully no one will jump into the back of anybody. Bartholomew's into his pit grid slot. It's a 271 metre run down from pole to turn 1 braking point. That is enough time for somebody to jump you. So he needs to get a good start off the line. And we'll maybe start from here. As we wait for everyone to jump in. Everyone is in. Oh, we got a good view as well. As we see a picture of the lights. As it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Good luck, everybody, because it's lights out and away we go. Cool, blimey. And Thellamy's got a good launch off the line. Picnic's already got past D, so D's had a really slow launch. Jax has lost a few places. Everyone started lawn mowing. It's not the right weather to mow the lawn, but it looks like most people have made it through. There's a yellow flag, but I just think we've got some touching, but I think we've got all cars running. I hope I don't tempt fate. I hope I don't tempt fate. As the McLaren of Jax goes wide. He's got Katz, who's made up to P8 all the way behind him. Josh has lost a couple of places as Benchwarmer gets past Benja. Geezer making moves on Briddy, who's all the way down to 17th now, so he's had a really bad start for him. Katz getting past Jax Daniels up to P7, coming out of turn 7. A great start from Katz in the second RB. But Jax won't be giving that up too early as he's looking on the inside of turn 9. Oh, side by side. Katz has the inside of turn 10. Very respectful driving, and Jax is still ahead slightly. They're side by side with the Mercedes behind. Sorry, the Aston behind. I got my greens confused. As Jax is still ahead. Benchwarmer just got ahead of Terry's. But Jax has claimed a position of P7. Brilliant driving from those pair. As Brutus has got himself up to P10. Considering he's been away for a while. He's got a... Oh, lost the traction there. As Benja and Zombie side by side. Benja's got himself ahead. As Thellamy's got an early start. As Katz has got himself back ahead of Jax Daniels. Has made that move stick. Capstock is side by side. Turn 1. It's a tight turn and Jax has to concede the corner. And his teammate side by side with him as well. As Brutus gets ahead. And Jax has just gone offline. Lost a couple of places. Bench warmer up ahead of Fry Tuck. And we've got Big Racky and Catamise both spinning round, losing a few places. I don't know if they've got damaged wing at all. Yeah, lost end plate for Racky. And Catamise. There's another end plate there flying off. Was that the Ferrari? Who was that? Terry's. I think Terry's lost an end plate as well. So 1 or 2 is going to find it a bit tricky as Racky's losing positions. And I don't know if it was just tight racing or if it was somebody's fault. Lock wheels. It was behind of the corner, so it was a bit of a weird place to collide there as Zombie's ahead of Terry's. Terry's just pushing him round. Everyone's just finding it tricky conditions at the moment. As Amazi's taking the lead of the race ahead of him and Thellamy having a 2-car battle for P1 at the moment. And there's a bit of a gap for the cars behind. Picnic up to P3. Benedict to P4. Storming start for the Williams driver. As Amadi now takes provisional fastest lap at 31.3. Team RB looking strong at the start. Cat's now up to P5. Promoted with the collision of Catamise and Racky. And Racky is in the pits, having to make a pit stop. He'll be hoping for a safety car. Mercedes not having the start of the season that they want as yet. Caps Lock in P6. He's made a couple of places. Brutus up to P7 on his return. He'll be absolutely thrilled with this. And he's putting Caps Lock under pressure as Matman getting past Josh. Up round turn 5. Brady doing the same as Brutus now getting past Caps Lock. And it seems like he's found some form again. Didn't really like his qualifying, but unless, like I said, he's probably got a setup for the wet. He's found himself up to P6 and leaving Caps Lock slightly in his wake. And next in his eye line now is Cats. Katamis just caught in the corner a bit too much. That will give him potential track limits. Being held up behind Friar Tuck. As Amadi gets that fastest lap again, broke the duct ahead of Thelemy. I wonder if it's a wet race throughout. I think it's a wet race throughout. So we'll see who can hold their nerve. Sygate all over the back of Matman, putting him under pressure. He's got Geezer behind him as well. It's unfortunate, big Raki. Terry's is still going with his damaged wing. Raki will just be punching in those laps now, again hoping for a potential safety car. And yeah, a second and a half now on Thelemy, and just found his rhythm. And that's the thing about this track, is that you have to have a good rhythm, wind your way round the track. It has been reprofiled over the last few years to make it a lot quicker. Got rid of that chicane, annoying chicane where turn 8 is. Brutus is keeping Cats honest. Bench warmer. Bit of a train behind Caps Lock. Bench warmer is the first one with Caps Lock in his sights. Jack Daniels has just settled a bit now. Just got completely offline. And has lost several places. And he's just, like I said, settled himself. And will be looking to work his way. Another fastest lap from a D. And I think everyone will be potentially hoping for a safety car to bring everybody back in play. As everyone has just settled down now. Josh under threat from Matman, who makes a move on the inside of turn 1. Uses ERS and brilliant overtake. Breaks late and goes a little bit deep. Josh is going to try and fight back to retake the position, but Matman retains it. And is up to P16. Brilliant overtake. He's close to the back. Loses a bit of traction on the curb out turn 5. Still not close enough, but Brutus is close to Cats. Can he make the overtake on the outside of turn 9? Cats defending well. And not yet for Brutus. As he tries to get a better launch out of turn 10, but I don't think he's close enough to Cats as yet. Brilliant defending from Cats. As Brutus drifts out of turn 11. And you can see the gaggle of cars behind him. Like a bunch of Christmas turkeys. He's still sticking with Friar Tuck. Friar Tuck can't shake him. He's like a piece of hard shit on your bum hair. He just won't get away unless you chop him. He's in the slipstream, takes a look, but knows better. As Brady makes a move on the inside of turn 1 on Terry's and has made it stick. Brilliant move again from the Alpine driver, similar to Matman. And Terry's knew that he had to concede it as Sygate gets christened and honoured with the first track limits of the race and of the season. And he's pushing hard in the train behind Benja. Man just staying out of the immediate dirty air, trying to retain his tyres. Man is known for consistency within a race. Looks after his tyres. And very rarely gets track limits as well. So normally just bumps him up the grid. He's sticking. And as it's been threatened, Brutus makes the move on. Katz now gets himself up to P5 as on the run down to turn 11. Brilliant overtake from the McLaren driver. And he's found some very immediate pace as Amadi just shows everyone else the pace that he's got. And I think the wet conditions has hampered everyone's immediate threat of Amadi, who's very, very good in the wet. Bellamy just running his own race for now. Well, lap 7 of 29, so still good 22 laps to go. A lot can happen. Picnic running in P3. He's got himself onto podium position. Sauber car is pretty much terrible in real life, but I don't mind its look this year. That green is vomit green, but it's got more black this time, so it's a little less offensive to your eyes. Brutus closing in on Benedict, who's valiantly running in P4. I'll bet he's shocked himself that he's up there, but he's doing very, very well and must be a great runner in the wet. It looks actually like it's drying up a bit. Are my eyes deceiving me, or has it stopped raining? Will we be potentially going on to some slicks soon? Who will be the first one to go on slicks? It looks like the racing line's dried up. And I reckon we might see some drivers going on slicks, which should, again, throw a bit of spanners in the work as caps lock is closed on Katz, so his Katz tyres gradually wearing down now. I can't see any spots of rain anymore. No, the track limits from Sygate is struggling a bit now to keep it within the white lines, and there is a bit of a train behind Katz, who is struggling. As Bellamy does go in and go onto the medium tyres, gets a wing change, so had early damage as well, so it's probably why he couldn't stick with Amadi, and will drop him down the grid. But it'll be interesting to see how quick he goes on these mediums. It could potentially, well, with his wing change. So we've got a yellow flag. We've got a yellow flag. Who is that? As Zombie gets himself a track limits too. As Terry's comes out just ahead of Bellamy. Now let's see how he gets on behind Terry's. If Terry's is pulling away, then the slicks are the wrong choice, and he's gone a little early. Oh, you can see he's still struggling. He's gone too early. Someone had to make the call, and Caps Lock made the call now around turn 8. As Caps jumps back into his slipstream, tries to retake the position. Is he going to go for it? Is he going to go for it? Caps Lock defends well, and Caps Lock keeps P5, but Caps has had it. Oh, we got a yellow flag, and is that Bellamy? It is Bellamy. He's lost traction, and he's gone too early on the slick tyres. He has to slot behind Sygate in the Red Bull. Oh, and he's damaged his wing as well. And I think, who was that that's got damage? As Keezer goes through, I think it is Bellamy. He's going to have to go in as well. I think that was his. It wasn't him, or was it just carbon fibre? Was it someone's behind? As Benchwarmer goes in as well. Is he going to go on slicks? He's going on the mediums. Is it the right call? Is it the right call? Because I think Bellamy's struggling a little bit. I don't think anyone's got any immediate damage then as Bellamy's carried on. And he's all the way down to P19. Probably gone too early. Benedict closing in on Picnic. He's only a second and a half behind. Bringing along Brutus with him. Benedict defending hard from Brutus. And that could have compromised Bellamy's podium position. I think Bellamy and he gets the track limits as well. He's struggling, Bellamy. He was brave to do it. As Benchwarmer, I think, struggling as well. Oh, Brutus. Oh, just clips the grass. Clips the grass. And drifts round. Managed to keep it on track as Jax Daniels making a move on Katz as well. Gets himself up 2, P6, a brilliant move at turn 11. Just clips a curb and drifts around the corner as well. But not enough to compromise his position. But he will be under threat from the cars behind. Brutus got himself a track limits. As Benja. And Mapman goes off, goes too deep and into the gravel. And that's unfortunate as he made the overtake on Benja. He's lost a few places now. As Katamise has gone in the pits under hards. Zombie's gone in as well. There's 1 or 2 drivers making the decision, but I don't know if it's the right one as yet. As we've got a yellow flag. Someone's just gone wide. 1 or 2 drivers going in. Who's doing the yellow flag? It's a Haas by the look of it. It's the Haas of Zombie. I don't know what's happened to him. He looked like he's going really slow. As Friar Tuck making a move on the inside, outside of Katz. Katz is defending the inside of turn 9. They go side by side. Just a little tap. But Friar Tuck has made the move. Hard but fair. As Brutus has now made the move on turn 11 on Benedict. And he's been pushing. And I think it's just cars coming out the pits there. Because that's the Mercedes. I think of... so it'll be interesting to see. So it looks like Katamise is closing on Terry. So maybe the softs is the right choice now. There's all these yellow flags keep popping up, but it doesn't mean anything. As Thelemy goes a little wide and just rides the gravel. Went too deep as Katz decided going now onto the mediums. Will mediums get you to the end? I think hards is probably the right choice. As everyone ahead still staying on the enters. Oh, he nearly caught Benedict, hit the wall and lose it. Pushing the limit, sticking with Brutus. Lost him a 10th or 2. Benchwarmer gets himself another track limit. Spread Kiesegies now going to the pits, going onto the hards. That should definitely get him to the end of the race, but the tyre wear on this track is lethal. I think it was about 30% after 10 laps, so they're going to struggle. Track limits flying in left, right and centre. Benedict still staying with Brutus. Kieser comes out P17. Side by side with Sygate, who's defending well. Coming round turn 2. He wasn't giving up that position, Sygate. And pit early and has come out ahead of Kieser. Katamise gets himself on the track limits list too. Amadis and Picnic still staying on the inters. Brutus, Benedict, the front 9 not decided, and also Mapman still thinking it is. I think these soft runners are struggling. You can see Katz is catching up to Terry's slowly, but a clip of the curb or the grass. So all the while, as Briddy now goes in and pits onto the hards. There's a yellow flag and we've got a Sauber. That's Benja on the run down to turn 11. I don't know as he lost it on a straight. It's not far to the pits if he has to pit. Oh, Benchwarmer's struggling. He's cutting corners left, right and centre. Keep it on the track, my friend. He's struggling to find his track limits. You see his tractions all over the place as he gets used to the slick tyres. Cat's 4.5 seconds behind Terry's now. But they will have fresher tyres as Benja goes into the pits. Amadee sets himself another fastest lap again. Oh no. What's happened to Benedict? Benedict, no. Don't tell me he was running so well as well. I think his I don't even know what his name is. I'll see if I can find. He was running so well. I'll see if I can get him back in. I'll see if I can get him back in. Bear with. Okay. Is he back in? I can't even see him on the list. My eyes deceive me. Can't see him. As he's gradually dropping back, Jack Daniels and Caps Lock have gained positions ahead of him. Can he get back into the... or has he left completely? Oh, Thellamy's lost it again. Coming round turns 9 and 10. He started off so well. He's just struggling on the move onto slick tyres as Caps Lock decides to go into the pits and get onto the hards. And I think that's Benedict. I'll try Benedict again. Such a shame. And it's just said Fry Tuck's retired. I think he's retired in the pit, so he's called it a day. Sorry, just trying to get Sygate gets past Thellamy up to P14. Thellamy's off the grasses. I think he's letting people through, not to compromise their races. He's not having a great day, the Frenchman. Armady currently 23 seconds ahead and holding out on these inters. So just as I was going to say, so many drivers, but Brutus is now pit. We've only got 4 drivers left on the intermediates. As Picnic gets the fastest lap on those mediums then, so showing that is the quickest tyre now. Benedict's car still showing that he's not in. I'm trying to look to see if I can invite him. I can't see him anywhere. As Brady gets the track limits. Well, everyone else, at least, if they've got someone else to race, and I think just the conditions and other drivers have allowed him to get away. You know, you see what's happened to Thellamy. I think he had wing damage, didn't he? So. Apologies, folks. I'm just trying to get Benedict back in. And DRS is now enabled, so that tells you that it is slick tyres. Armady has pit. And Jack Daniels is in now. And Picnic retains P2. Brutus comes through, P3. As Caps Lock now takes the fastest lap. I really can't see Benedict's name. And to me, that he hasn't. I'm going to have to say if he can redraw. I can't see you to invite you, Benedict. As Zombie's retired, he's crashed out. Has he retired? He's retired in the pit, so he's called it a day. As Thelemy and Keys are battling at turn 1. And Thelemy getting himself back up to P12. As Terry's now goes into the pits and finally decides to go onto those... onto the slick tyres. Ben just still on the intermediates. Thinking it's the way to go. It's probably the wrong call. Now people are setting fastest laps. Armady currently P1 and he's got 20 seconds over Picnic. This strategy is just absolutely eclipsed everyone else's. Sidegate jumping in the pits. There's Matman looking to get past Benedict now, who's struggling to get in. We've got a yellow flag, which I think Sidegate coming out the pits. And Brutus now setting the fastest lap. Oh, he's come storming out of nowhere. As Jax Daniels on... Oh, that was close. Brilliant overtake from Jax on turn 1. Gets himself up to P5 ahead of Katz. And I think these two will have an interesting battle to the end. 11 laps to go. And Brutus closed the gap on Picnic. He does have the penalties, of course. This is the closest battle we have on track. As everyone pitting at different times has just thrown the order into chaos. As Staley now gets the fastest at 23.7, just showing his hidden pace, eclipsed by Armady, 23.2. Let's see if I can find... Right, let's see if I can get Benedict back in then. He wasn't even my friend, that's why I couldn't bloody invite him. You should have accepted my friend request when I sent it to you ages ago, marmite. Are you online? Let me just double check for you guys. So Briddy's now caught up to Catamies and will try to get past this fridge, this Red Bull fridge. And Briddy seems to be a bit more bench warmer, setting the fastest lap 22.9. I think these, as the track heats up, I think these fastest laps will keep popping as Josh making a move on Big Racky. Big Racky just slightly going offline around turn 9 and 10 as Brady does make the move on Cat before turns 9 and 10. Keezer gets past Benedict's ghosted car. It's a shame he's not back in. I think he's left now, so he was doing so well, and I hope he doesn't lose any confidence by it. Got him sticking with the Alpine. Be looking to try and make the overtake on down to turn 1. His car's generally a rocket. It seems like he's got a bit more of a wet setup, and I think some drivers predicted that the rain would go. As Capstock has got past Brutus, I think went a bit deep on turns 3 or 4, and it opened the door for the Aston Martin and Capstock and gets him up to P3. Just passing Sygate's car of. Josh's car, apologies. Samedi now sets the fastest lap. They're all going to be vying for it. I wouldn't be surprised if someone like Katamis or someone jumps into the pits and tries to go for a fastest lap later in the race. That's Brutus. Attacking the Aston Martin as Picnic now goes into the pits. As the tyres worn already. As Armadi gets the track limits, I know that probably won't matter, but it could matter if... so some fresh mediums. Does that mean that... I think a yellow flag for... Or is that Big Racky letting people through? As Katz has gone in as well. So does that mean that those medium tyres were really bad? And is there still going to be another pit stop for all the dry runners? If there's a safety car, that penalty can come into play for Amadi. He's got half a second ahead of Brutus, which is a big gap, but it's just how this race has unfolded. It's not like how it's going to be for the rest of the season. Brutus running in P2, Cat's up P3. And Jack Daniels just clinging on in P4. As Racky gets himself a 10... Oh, caps lock. Racky. Cutting the grass too much. Got himself 10 seconds. Jax will be trying to stay within. As Sage gets out of the way. Trying to stay within penalty limits as Capstock has got DRS. Oh, drifts over the inside of turn 1. We'll have a second dose. And Big Racky's retired. He's called it a day. He's in the pits. He's had enough. And what could have been something magical, he'll have to save for next week. And that's one half of Team Mercedes. Capstock just over a second now, so he's lost out of DRS. Brutus has put his foot down. Katami still with Briddy. Briddy defending well. Can Katamis find the right place to overtake? He's finding it difficult in the dirty air. As he's looking side by side round turn 8. Can he make the move stick? He does, and Katami's up to P6 finally with the aid of DRS. We'll have a second dose as well. There's a bit of snap from the Alpine driver. And that should help. Katami's position stick in P6. Capstock just closed that gap again on Brutus. In the slipstream of turn 1, Picnic taking the fastest at 20.9 on those fresh mediums. He'd be looking to close in on the McLaren ahead. As another penalty for Thelemy. Capstock going wide. He'll be getting another one if he carries on doing that. On lap 23 of 29, Amadi comfortable ahead. It looks worse than it is. in regards to the gap. It's just how this race is unfolded. Brutus P2. Storming drive. Caps Lock running in P3. Just struggling to stay with Brutus now. Caps Lock running, Jack Daniels P4. Picnic closing in, currently in P5. Can see the McLaren ahead. Katames has made a stick as we run down to see Seagate. In the Aston. It's got past Benedict's car, which will be followed by Josh very soon. And gets himself a track limits on camera. Lucky guy. Picnic again, another fastest lap. Briddy struggling to again stay in the dirty air is a big factor in this game. And currently running P7 with Katz waiting for intent, waiting to pounce. Will he push in the last couple of laps with fresher tyres? Benchwarm currently P9, but I know he's got loads of penalties. And Matt Manor into the top 10. It's where he said he wanted to finish. And currently he's just keeping going. 5 laps to go. Thelemy up to P11 now. As Amadi takes the provisional fastest lap. For 23. Terra Kizagiza just running his own race in P12. The lead driver currently for the Mercedes team. Terry's currently in P13. Again, big gap, and I think no, he's. I did try and re-invite him. He didn't actually accept my friend request. And oh, we got a yellow flag. As Jack says, lost position to Picnic. It was a brilliant overtake down the start, finish straight. I wondered if Jax had lost a bit of traction or something, but no, it's just a great overtake from Picnic, because Katz now takes the fastest lap and gets past Briddy in the Alpine. Those fresher tyres, he's loving them, and so is Picnic, and it was the right call to pit again. An Italian hand gesture for Josh, who retires in the pit lane. So, just had enough now. It always makes me laugh when there's like this many. No, he's not here. He's completely left. He's turned the game off now. So he didn't actually accept my friend request in the first place, so I couldn't get him on a friends list to find him. So yeah, he's gone. He's gone. Next week. But it should put him in good stead for next week. He shows that he's got the pace to compete, which he was worried about. Briddy within DRS of Katz, who is closing in on his feline friend and looking for that P6 position. Oh, Katame's running deep, and Katz nearly colliding into him as Katz makes the move stick. And Katz will have DRS as well. Katame's under threat from Briddy behind. That's what happens when you've got a car close in behind. They put you under pressure and you make mistakes, which Katame's just did. Could have cost him. Yeah, you could race if you weren't banned. Yeah, I thought so. I think you lost your head. And why are you saying fuck me for? I don't know what you're on about, Kevin. I don't know what you guys are on about. Yeah, you're both unfortunately banned from the league for different reasons, so I don't want to go into it. Yeah, Thelemy, I think you did just lose your headers. Picnic has made the move on Caps Lock. On the inside, turn 4. Did he leave Caps Lock enough space? Only Caps Lock would probably know. Hard writing. This isn't the Gulag. It's F1. If you want to do 1v1, go the Gulag. Can we avoid the racist slurs, please, madam? And this is potentially why you're not allowed back in the league, because you're very hostile, and you're just showing it now. Pair of you, stop it. Picnic setting the fastest middle sector as well, so just showing that final bit of pace on those fresher tyres as we're on the penultimate lap. With Ahmadi, who does have a storming lead. Thelemy, don't rise to it, mate. As Benja's going for the softs and going for a fastest lap as well. Thelemy caught up to Terry's. He's just lost a bit of traction. Round turn 3 and 4. Right, Adam, I'm going to ban you after this. I'm not having racist slurs in either Discord chat or YouTube chat, thank you. And he's still stuck behind Briddy. And Katami struggling. We got a yellow flag. It's a McLaren, not a McLaren. And Jax has dropped it, coming out of 10 on the final lap. And I hope that doesn't cost him too much and would have brought Cats into play. Hopefully he hasn't got any damage. Zamadi is on his final lap. Katami just can't not get past Briddy now. Briddy flying the Alpine flag for this week as they start their final lap. He'll have DRS, but I don't think he's close enough to make a move. He'll struggle. Zamadi's coming round. He's got 4 corners left. Round turn 13, round 14, and round of applause and congratulations for the first race of the season, 28. Ahmadi takes it, and he's just been unbothered. Had a fantastic strategy and played well for him. Sygate makes a move on Thelemy coming out of turn 10. Brilliant move from Sygate. As Brutus cross the line and we'll take P2. Is he within penalties though? Picnic gets promoted to P2. Brutus P3 on his return to Lights Out League Racing. GG's to you, Thelemy. Thank you for this week. As Capstock takes P4. Jax Daniels, I think, will be happy with P5. Cats will come home P6. Brady coming home P7. Brilliant drive from him. He gets jumped by Katamise, who's up to P7. Red Bull driver be happy with that after that tussle between them. Ben Shorman comes home P9, but Matman, I think, will jump him potentially on penalties. He does, and Matman will take P9. Congratulations, he's going to have a shoey. driver of the day on Here Goes to Brutus. It is, of course, voted for by the drivers. Sam D takes pole and the fastest lap with a 19.5. Picnic will take P2 and Brutus P3. Reserving this week, but fantastic return to the lead. Capstock P4. Good start to the season for him and Jax Daniels. Cats coming up from P12 to P6. Great racing from him. Catamise P7. Brady P8. P9 from Mapman from P15. And Benchwarmer from 16th gets to top 10. Keys at P11 from 18th. Brilliant start from him with Terry's P12. Bartholomew, the biggest loser here from pole down to 13th. It wasn't his best week. P14 for Cygate. Benedict's 15th. Benja will round off the finishers. Josh, Big Racky, Zombie and Freitag all DNFing. That was it. That was the first race of season 28. That was a fantastic race. And about the start, so I couldn't get the stream going, but it should all be fixed hopefully next week, where we will be at, I think it's I've got, shows how much I'm prepared this week. Next week we will be in Silverstone, and it's Silverstone reverse. Woo! And that'll be interesting. I don't know how many people have actually practiced Silverstone, so I cannot wait for that. My name's Alex. This is Lights Out League Racing. Peace out.